What's up, y'all? Welcome back to another Halloween video, the last one I had this month since October's almost over. And since October's almost over and Halloween is at the end of the month, I thought what a great video to do to talk about Halloween costumes. You know, Grace on her channel for the last couple years, she's done best and worst Halloween costumes for the year, and I was like, you know what though, like a lot of those, they require time, they require effort. But, you know, you really need to have time to plan out what you're gonna do, what you're gonna use for each part of the costume. And I'm like, you know what, not everyone has that time on their hands. You know what I'm saying? And especially me. For the longest time, you know, I wasn't really a big Halloween guy. I know that's crazy to say. I wasn't. You know, it wasn't my favorite holiday. And I'd get invited to Halloween parties, and they were like, yo, you gotta dress up. You have to dress up. We're gonna reject your entry if you don't dress up. So I'm like, shoot, I got no costume. But that's when I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna make a costume out of what I have. So that's why today I want to talk about last minute costumes for Halloween. These are some night before your friend's like, yo, you want to come trick-or-treating? And you're like, oh, I'd love to, but I have no costume. You don't have to say it anymore, because I'm going to give you 12 of the best last minute Halloween costumes that you can use. They're free to use. Use them, please. I actually have one on today. I thought I'd dress up to celebrate. I'm a tree, yo. That's what I am today. Kind of like, I guess like a birch tree. Kinda, not really. So that's what I am. I'm a tree. It's lit. So here we go. Last minute Halloween costumes by Evan Marshall. That's me. I like these little skeletons. Oh, wait, hold on. Let's get right into it. All right, at number 1, we got rock, paper, scissors. Now, in this picture, you know, it kind of takes a little bit of effort. You know, you gotta find these costumes. You got the rock, the paper, the scissors. You gotta look for these shirts or make them, gather materials to make them. That might take a couple weeks. And if you're like me, you got one day. And obviously, this is a trio costume. This is assuming, you know, maybe you're going out with your friends and none of y'all have a costume. But I think, to be honest, you could just be a rock or paper or scissors on your own too. But anyway, this requires too much effort, in my opinion. So I'm suggesting quicker alternative, and that's just the shirts, dude. So as you can see, with the guy on the left, he's rock. He's wearing a gray t-shirt. What else is gray? Rocks. You know what I'm saying? The girl in the middle, she's paper. She's got the plain white shirt. What color's paper, guys? It's white. And then this guy, this is where, you know, you gotta think a little harder about this one. Obviously, since the scissors are also gray, you're gonna want to use long sleeves. Gray long sleeves to really capture the effect of, like, you know, the scissors. Here's just kind of a diagram of what you need. I mean, you know, pants doesn't really matter what kind of pants. You can go even more extreme with it and get the same matching colors. You know, if you're paper, get some white pants. If you're rock, get some light gray pants. And if you're scissors, honestly, I think black's the way to go, or some color of like the handles. You know what I'm saying? Something like that. Make it seem more like you are scissors, put a little more effort into it, and then, you know, you can like do like this, like, yo, I'm the scissors, yo. I actually have another alternative for this as well. This is just getting some paper and drawing what you are on the paper and then taping it to your chest. Here we have just kind of the diagram, which you need to kind of help you guys kind of see what it is you're dealing with. Very simple costume. This time, it's all just white shirts. Pants, again, not specific. And then we have paper and pens. That's kind of an easy one. Next, we have number 2, pool balls. This one is close to home, if you know me. Big pool guy. This is such an easy one, too. The beauty about the pool ball costumes, too, is that there's so many different colors. You can literally be any pool ball you want, and you can even get a group of friends. You can all be pool balls. It's pretty sick. Here's actually my friend Jack as a pool ball back in 2021, and you can kind of see me at the top here, kind of lurking. Yeah, look how great this looks, and it's so easy. Because actually, the funny story about this party was, we were the exact scenario described at the beginning of the video. We were invited to a party, we had to dress up, and we had no idea what we were going to dress up as.
What?
Any color shirt, really. And it's beautiful, because if you're the cue ball, you just get a white shirt, and boom, you're done. Yeah. So then, of course, you need to get the paper, and you write the number that you want to be on. And I said here, the marker should match with the shirt color, but honestly, it doesn't even need to, because all the numbers on the pool balls are black. So, you know, black Sharpie, paper, cut it in a circle, stick it in the middle, boom, you're done, you're a pool ball. And this one's great too, because for all the ladies that, you know, want to go out and, you know, look kind of like sexy, boom, sexy pool ball. It's so versatile, dude. I don't think anyone really talks enough about how great the pool ball costume is. Anyone can wear it, and it's just fun, it's easy. Number 3, we have someone who stubbed their toe on the way over to the party. This is a really easy one, and I think it's one that people don't really think about, but it's so easy, man. Like, the only challenge around it is that it only really requires decent acting skills. And you really gotta make it believable that, dang, like, you stubbed your toe on the way over. You know what I mean? Like, you really gotta sell it that, ow, dude, like, my toe is in immense pain. And that's gotta be your costume. You gotta bring it up all the time. Anyone's talking about anything to party. Oh, you know, like, how's school been going? Like, oh, you know, tests. They're kind of a pain, and out of nowhere you'd be like, ow, dude, my toe. I totally stubbed it on the way over, and it's in immense pain. But that's about it. You know, you can wear anything you want. You can wear any shoes you want. You just gotta really act like you stubbed your toe. That's really the only thing this costume requires. All right, number 4, a zombie. Now, this is probably one of the ones that requires the most effort on this list. It also requires you to sacrifice some clothes that are either old or that you're not a big fan of, because you gotta rip them, of course, and the rest is kind of just makeup. So I made a note here. This is exactly what I just said. This is exactly what you need to become a zombie. A dirty old shirt that's ripped, and you know, a lot of people got ripped jeans. That's an easy one. Just pop those on and boom, you're a zombie. All right, here we go. We got Michael Myers dancing for number 5. What's coming in at number 5? Pregnant. Super easy, super good for last minute. You got no idea what you're gonna be. Pop it in, boom, you're pregnant.
What do you mean by that?
So what you kind of want to need for this is some sweatpants. You don't need sweatpants. I just thought, you know, it seemed appropriate, I guess. And then what you're really gonna want for the shirt is just to be really stretchy. Because what you're gonna do is you're gonna pop a pillow under there, and boom, and then you're pregnant. All right, number 5. This is a bit of a throwback for number 5. Around the World Vine. If people are unfamiliar with what the Vine is, it's basically just 3 dudes and they're going back and forth and they're like, you know,
oh my God,
doing this to the friggin' that song by, who sings that? Touch of Glass, sorry. That's who sings the song in this Vine, and these dudes are just dancing. It's a classic. It was in all the Vine compilations back in like 2016. Honestly, I'm shocked I don't see more people do it. It's a super easy costume to do, because literally all it takes is 3 blankets and sunglasses. Well, 1 blanket for each person, and 1 pair of sunglasses for each person. And then you just wrap the blanket around. And actually, I don't think I put it in the slide, but Jack Morrison also did this once for a skit we did when we were kids.
Excuse me, what the actual
It's super easy to do. It looks awesome. It's an awesome kind of throwback that people will probably recognize. I think it's a great costume. Number 6. Oh, look, dude. These little kitties. They're so cute, bro. They're so cute, popping out of the pumpkin and tea. Let's see what number 6 is. I don't know who this guy is. Yeah, so you could totally be a psycho for Halloween, and it would be a great costume because it's all mental, you know? It's almost crazy. So you could just dress in anything and just be like a, you know, be a tweaker, like, you know, kind of need some acting skills for this. Not like psychos probably do that much, but like, you know, just act a little crazy, you know? And then pull up to the party and be like, I'm actually a psychopath.
What?
And the cool part about that one is it's kind of a prank because people aren't really gonna know how to respond to it. You know, they're gonna be like, oh, plug. What? What are you talking about? Number 7, got Michael Jackson zombies. Pretty cool, pretty cool. An asthmatic. This is an easy one. For some people, it's ridiculously easy because they just pull up to a party like this every party they go to. All you're gonna need for this one is just everyday clothes, average clothes, and an inhaler. Every couple minutes at the party, you know, just pop it in. You know, this one might be slightly insensitive, but you know, if you're around the right group of people, well, you know, nothing's probably gonna go wrong, right? So, that's another option for last minute Halloween costumes. Number 8, dude, I like these little pumpkin guys, bro. Look at how they're grooving. Hey, 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 hey. Alright, your best friend. Now, this is actually one that I think not a lot of people do, and I think more people should do it. Me and my friend at school used to do this every year. Me and Jack Bootlier. He's been in a couple videos before. What you want to do for this one is just literally switch clothes with your best friend. So you pull up to the party, be like, yo, hey, what's good? Scott on the swap force. Now you're each other. So here's me and Jack in grade 7, this would have been. Grade 7, he is wearing my clothes and I'm wearing his clothes. We didn't switch pants or underwear. We thought that would be a bit much. What worked great is that we both have glasses so we could both see for the day. And what's kind of cooler is we actually ended up freaking a lot of people out because in grade 9 we kind of did because we both were wearing hats and we really got into the character of the role. So every time anyone would say each other's name, we'd answer. Someone would say, Jack, oh shoot, that's me today. Or he's like, oh, Evan, like, oh, that's him. So, you know, get it with a friend that's really down to do that, you know, like, your best friend. We gotta get that one out more. You know, we gotta make that more mainstream. Number 9, I love this GIF too. Look at this guy. Did I say GIFs or GIFs?
Huh?
I meant GIFs, but whoops. Some 1-1.
What?
That's a typo, my bad. Some 1-1 with Lego up there. This one it's gonna kill. You're gonna be the life of the party if you pull up in this costume. If you collect a lot of Lego and you have a lot of extra spare pieces, it's a great costume. Everything you need, average everyday clothes, and some loose Lego pieces. The only thing I will say about this costume is you're gonna wanna make sure that whoever's party you go to with it, you may never wanna go again. Because you're gonna probably not be invited for one, but you're gonna make a mess. So how it works is you're kind of just gonna wanna like be holding kind of your butt, and as you're kind of like walking, you know, this is kind of insane what I'm doing, but as you're kind of walking, you have like kind of like the loose Lego pieces in your hand, and you're just gonna like let them kind of like fall out and fall on the floor. And what would be more realistic is if you kind of have them through your pants and they're kind of just coming out the bottoms, and you're just like, oh frick, and then every once in the night's gonna be like, what's going on with him? Like, why is there Lego coming out of his pants? Also kind of want to sell it with the face, you know, be like, hey, what's up? What's happening? Because that's not gonna feel great. Lego up there, that's just not gonna feel great. If you don't have a lot of Lego, it does require a bit of effort because you're gonna have to go out and buy those Lego pieces. But you know what? On the way to the party, slide by Dollar Store. They have those free sets now, so you know, you can just get some there. Number 10.
Oh my god, bro.
A turd, dude. You could be a turd, and that's an easy thing to be. If you have a lot of brown sweaters and pants, just do brown on brown, you're a turd. Here it is right here. And the beauty about this is, you know, do I really want to say this? Turds, you know, they come in different shapes, sizes, and colors, so, what am I talking about? So, you know, Number 11, dude. I like these skeletons dancing. I don't really know what they're doing, but I like all of them, actually. I keep saying that for all of them, but I did put them in my slide knowingly. This one's a bit niche. This is me and Logan from this video. I don't know if any of you have seen this video. Go check it out if not, but it's where we react to the coldest comebacks on Pop the Balloon.
I'm liking the guy in the middle there. Personal opinion. Call me crazy, I'm a guy.
Yeah, he's confident pulling up with no shirt. Damn.
It slides too.
With this, he came to win. The thing is, you know, we're wearing kind of distinct costumes, both sweaters, you know, kind of just some low-key casual stuff. A lot of you might not know this, but what we're actually wearing underneath the table, which you can't see, is no pants. We're just in our underwear. You can pull up to the party like us, and you just have a red sweater, glasses, underwear, and then a gray sweater and underwear. And then people are like, yo, who are you? And then you're like, yo, I'm Evan and Logan from the Evan Martian YouTube channel. And they're like, yo, who's that? And you put them on. I don't think anyone's gonna use that one, but I just thought I'd put it in there because, you know, an idea is an idea. And then we have one more. Of course, I had to include the classic pumpkin guy dancing for this one. Number 12, the last Halloween costume that I can offer you guys, last minute Halloween costume that I can offer you guys is, of course, someone who lost their costume on the way over. No one knows how you got to the party, no one knows what it entailed. It's totally possible that at one point, somehow, some way, your costume just vanished. It's lost. And that's who you're pulling up as. The coolest part about that costume is it can be anything you want. You can literally wear anything. You can just choose a good, comfortable fit that you want to wear, and then boom. I lost my costume. You want to sell it more too. You can also wear like something you'd wear under a costume, you know? Kind of be like, dude, I had it, and now it's just gone. And then if you really, really want to sell it, you can just pull up in underwear and be like, I only wore my costume in. It's gone, but that might not make everyone feel the best. I wouldn't recommend doing that, but it's again another idea. Oh, Cameo, what the heck, what's up? That's it. Those are all the costumes that I have for you guys. Hopefully, if you got no idea for a costume and you're going to a party on Halloween night and you're just like, dude, like, what am I gonna wear? Hopefully this video was helpful. Not to toot my own horn, but I do think there's some bangers in here. I think there's something for everyone in here, to be honest. If you're going to a Halloween party, some recommendations from Unk. I've been called Unk in a couple comments. I'm Unk, I guess. So, opinions from Unk for Halloween parties. If you're gonna go to a Halloween party, obviously have a great time. If you're being told to wear a costume, just try to wear something. You know, it's gonna make whoever the party host is happy. And you know, it doesn't have to be too big. And then also, stay safe, dude. Halloween, it's a crazy night for goblins. Not literally, but like, you know, people who are just They're just gobbling out.
What? What do you mean by that?
That came out wrong. Like pranksters, spooks come out on Halloween, pranksters, goofballs. I'm babbling at this point, but everyone's trying to do something sketchy on Halloween, probably. Depends what part you're going to, of course, but keep an eye out for those guys, because last thing you want is your Halloween to be bad, because it's so epic. Yeah. That's gonna wrap it up for me today. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Hopefully these were helpful. If you need, Halloween costumes, hopefully one of them here works for you. I have one more slide. Aww. Happy Halloween to everybody. And of course, as always, keep it breezy. But just for this video, since, the costume, I think you should keep it treasy. Okay, bye.
Love Halloween and I hashtag love my girlfriend. Keep it breezy. Yeah.